Okay, so this before I begin, let me just say that if I sound kind of dead, it's because I haven't slept in like 2 days due to the combination of stress from this and medical issues I've been having. And I'm not really good at videos like this, so I might stumble a bit and not oh my god, I'm already doing it. I'm gonna try and get this across as best I can as quickly as possible. I don't think this video will really help me, but I feel like I need to do it. So essentially my channel's been ruined. And as you can see here by the email in front of you, I received, the community flagged one or more of my videos as inappropriate. They reviewed it, quote unquote, and determined that the video violates their community guidelines. That video being MLG Pokercrate hashtag Kill Prank Gone Sexual. If that seems like an extremely inappropriate title to you, it's because it is. It was an MLG parody. The entire point of the title was to be over the top, obviously parody, making fun of things such as BuzzFeed and I don't know. I know Sam Pepper did Kill Prank. I don't know if anyone else did. I didn't make this video. Thorn did. Some of you probably saw it back when it was still up. So it got removed. I'm not going to read all of this. You can read it all right here. Let me pause the video. But essentially, it got flagged. I don't know if by a bot or by someone else. I received a community guideline strike, and this was taken down. Now I'm going to play the video because I'm 100% positive that there's nothing actually wrong with the video and that this is all entirely because of the title. I might not be able to watch it now, actually. Nope, here it is. This is something only I can watch. It's a link they give you to review your content, but no one else can really see it. I'm not going to play the whole 6-minute video just to give you an idea of what it is. Here's like the beginning. Okay, well, YouTube's lagging up to the extreme, so never mind. Wow, I think YouTube is about to crash, actually, unrelated. I can't pause the video. It's me and a friend doing an unboxing video, and then he adds air horns and Sonic music to it, since the video doesn't want to play. That's what that is. That is the exact definition of an MLG parody, but us unboxing. So I figured, alright, thanks phone. So I figured, alright, cool, someone decided to flag it for Kill Prank Gone Sexual in rage of Sam Pepper, without watching the video. So I disputed it. And then I was informed that the dispute, they've determined that it does violate their community guidelines, and I keep the strike, which lasts for 6 months. So, I was reasonably frustrated at this point. This was about when the sleep started to go away. Reasonably frustrated here. I don't know what to say. They decided my unboxing video with noises in it. Just air horns and stuff, and silly text. It's meant to be stupid. It violates the terms of service. So I went to the YouTube help forums, and I posted this. I'm not going to read it out. It pretty much just explains the entire situation. Read it if you want. I got a total of 3 replies from people that weren't me, which were, as stated, quoting, I appealed this and did my best to explain the video had absolutely nothing to do with the title of it, such as it wasn't a kill prank and didn't go sexual. So he admitted you used the deceptive title of violation of guidelines, and then he decides to just kind of be a douche and just add on to looks like you've convinced YouTube you were guilty even with the character limitations. You know, if you want to just tell me the rules in like a blunt way, go ahead and do that. This is completely unnecessary right here. For someone who is a top contributor, one of the most quote-unquote knowledgeable and helpful people on the forum, Google's words, not mine. This seems incredibly unnecessary. To which point I bring up the idea that, first off, what he said is untrue. It's not entirely, did I word it wrong? 50% of it's right. It is MLG video involving a poker crate, but nobody was killed and there wasn't anything sexual. And then I bring up the point that by that logic, every single Rickroll video should be taken down because it's, for those of you who don't know what a Rickroll is, it's a video that's titled something, you click on it because you want to see it, and then it's just the Rick Astley song Never Gonna Give You Up. The exact definition of deceptive content. But I mean, like, and on top of that, How to Basic, a very popular channel with millions of views, that's the entire gimmick of the channel, is like how to hack an iPhone, and then he destroys an iPhone and throws eggs at it. It's not hacking an iPhone. I'm not saying his channel needs to be taken down, I'm saying that that's as deceptive of content as mine is, considering they were both parodies. To which he responds, worded it wrong, doesn't change the fact the title was deceptive. By that logic, every Rickroll video should be taken down. What others title their video still doesn't change the fact the title of yours was deceptive. I'm gonna stick with the fact that this seemed like a kind of rude way to say it. This is completely unnecessary. Because that's just... This is like how a adult would... like a really childish adult would complain to their 7-year-old about doing something, not how someone who's considered top contributor do it. Then someone who actually isn't a total douche responded about how I was kind of onto something when I appealed with it, but until I said that it was misleading. So, misleading apparently, despite all of the videos of... Heck, another good example is all the blur tool that YouTube just released. People have been using that to, like, blur out Jenna Marbles and Good Mythical Morning to make it look like porn, and then titling it porn. Yes, it's an obvious parody, nobody thinks it's actually real, but it's still technically misleading by these guidelines, by this specific thing. And he sees I've been sold the same thing, treat this as a lesson. It wasn't a lesson for me, I didn't make the video, and then I apologize profusely. It's not going to fix anything, but I feel like it needs to be apologized for, I guess. So essentially what this means is that that strike is going to stay. And here you can see the whole thing again where they told me, acknowledged, appealed, and then rejected. So I've received a strike, and with said strike, I can monetize. I can't have videos longer than 15 minutes. That's the biggest problem here. But another really huge, and I'm going to talk about the longer videos thing. For those of you who care about my content, who watch it all, I have to say now, career mode for WWE is canceled because I can't do that in under 15 minutes. Every time I'm trying to be serious, Magnificent Rape Stork pops up. What else is canceled? Binding of Isaac's probably not coming back because it's hard to do that in under 15 minutes without it being stupid. Universe mode, which I've been planning for about a year, that's probably going to be canceled before it even starts. Everything I do is going to have to be awkwardly cut into 15 minutes, and then with a little note saying I had to do it. There's nothing I could really do. Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 story mode is going to have to be most likely canceled because there's nowhere to cut that in 15 minutes unless you just want a video that's nothing but cutscene. So pretty much everything I've been doing as of right now, the majority of it is ruined by this. All of my content's going to have to change. And another big thing, where we're going to get into the hashtag WTFU, which you probably saw in the title, which stands for hashtag Where's the Fair Use, started by Doug Walker, the nostalgia critic of Channel Awesome, because YouTube's been going, quote-unquote, doing its rounds of just taking down everyone with false copyright claims. That's not true. But before I get into that, you'll see I'm not allowed to reject content ID disputes. So if, for example, Merlin, who is a notorious fake content ID claimer, claims one of my videos, I have no choice but to just let it happen. Despite the fact that this is completely unrelated to community guidelines, I am now at the mercy of anyone who wants to file a false content ID claim. So, that's that. The problem I have with hashtag Where's the Fair Use is that people don't really care. I mean, like, everyone's like, oh yeah, let's make YouTube great again. The guy on the forums said it best. The rate of flaggings hasn't gone up, not flaggings, of copyright claims hasn't gone up at all. It's been about the same. It's just now they're starting to take down bigger YouTubers, and that's getting people upset. This has been happening for years. No one who is sitting there, hashtag WTFU, bring back Team 4-Star, bring back I Hate Everything. They don't care about YouTube. They care about their favorite YouTubers. If you're not big, no one cares and no one's gonna help you. I've tried to get help when I had a copyright claim that I had to end up waiting out because no one would help me. All these big YouTubers talking about, like, oh, we need to fix this, we need to do that. Not a single one would even address the message of me and multiple other people talking about our claims, our false copyright strikes. And if you don't care about these smaller people, YouTube will never be great again, because it was never great. It has always had this problem. And if you only care about the larger people, only the larger people will get taken care of. Money makes YouTube go round. You complain about the people with a lot of money. That's more reason for them to help them. And I want to end this by saying that I don't have it here. I don't know. I didn't have a link to it. I didn't think about it till just now. Something I never see brought up. There is an email for YouTube partners specifically for them to contact a person from YouTube and get help with their problems. You are not allowed to use this email until you have a total of 15,000 hours watched on your videos within the last 90 days. We only have 5,000, so we're not allowed to speak to a real human being that isn't a douche on the forums. And I don't get why this isn't a big deal to people. Not just because that's ridiculous, first off. And even if you want to say, oh, well, they need to limit it to save time or save manpower, don't base it off time, base it off of views. I have less views than I have time watched, but I still think that would be the better way to go. Because I'm going to say what Ross O'Donovan said, Rubber Ross, animators get screwed on that. If you're a really good animator, but you make like 3-minute animations, it's going to be hard for you to get that 15,000 hours watched. And then you don't get help from YouTube because of what you do. So we need to stop focusing on just bringing back Team Force-Star and all that. We need to stop focusing on just copyright problems. We need to focus on all of YouTube's problems. There's a lot wrong with it that people just seem to glance over because the best people aren't affected by it. Yet. And I guess that's all I'm going to say now. My channel's pretty much ruined. Just my 2 cents thrown out there. Thanks for taking the time watching it, I guess.